Hello. 2 more weeks has passed, and so this is the first four weekly update of my mental, philosophical, stoic transformation. Having read 28 stoic quotes and meditated on them, I really have to start with a story. And the story is that of the bird and the branch. You see, some birds land on the branches of trees, and sometimes those branches give way. However, the birds do not come crashing to the floor or to the ground, having an accident. Instead, the birds trust their wings and then they fly. That is a story that I heard from social media, Instagram, and I really wanted to say it because that is the way I feel. That I am now more trusting of my own decisions, of my own self, of my own wings, and that falls in line with the way I normally think. And the Stoic philosophies and the Stoic philosophers have really helped me in terms of actually increasing that confidence and that comfortableness in, as the first chapter of the Daily Stoic is signposted, clarity. It is giving me the clarity or the foundation of clarity, serenity to move into my day really and to move into my day with confidence. And so that is the first point that in terms of my mental transformation, I find that I am so much more mindful in the way I go about my day, in the way I speak, and most importantly, in the way I learn. Yet I do have some, I think, little things that takes the time for my attention and takes my attention from what I intend to do. However, I am noticing them more and more. And so, with the tradition of the Stoic philosophy, I'm going to go through each of the last 14 days that makes my 4 weeks update and really give an insight on what I meditated on and what I learned. And so, I have learned to separate public opinion from my opinion. Yes, this has been a constant road of experimenting from high school, from college. But when you have a philosopher over 2,000 years ago signposting that, it really helps you to say, okay, what am I consuming? Social media, news, and books, and what is my opinion on them? And that really has been a move away from a like habit, really, um, and a move into questioning why I do things or why I don't. Two huge lessons that I've learned and two huge lessons that is going into my own mental transformation. In terms of my work, in terms of the job that I have, and in terms of the things that I do with my free time, what I would call extracurricular activities, or just more like fun activities, I would say I am far more and I have far more patience in terms of the way I actually give my attention to my work. Um, and when Epictetus says that you should always look to reboot your work, to work on your goals, to work on your plans, to work on your executions, in this last few days and in this first month of the year, I'll have to say that this has been a total reinforcing of that knowledge and that point of view. Marcus Aurelius, see the world like a poet and an artist. Again, taking the beauty in every and anything and seeing things brighter like I saw them as a child. Who wouldn't want to do that? Wherever you go, they're your choices. My choices, my decisions, my standards, my expectations, these are all what has been built up into days that I've taken to meditate. And so, thanks to Epictetus, um, thanks to Marcus Aurelius, thanks to Ryan Holiday, on day 20th, we talked about reigniting our thoughts and basically putting fire into our momentum, putting fire into our motivations, putting fire into our goals. As I'm going into Wednesday on the last week of January, I want to be putting fire into my goals and basically prioritizing and reprioritizing and having the space to do so. We have a morning ritual, a morning ritual. I would say I have one. I would say that I have my own energy, that the way I start my day, the intention of starting my day is that same energy I'm going to use in the middle of the day and at the end of the day. And having Epictetus give me questions on the way I should schedule my day, especially from the start of it, I would say it's something that I'm going to continue working on, but I will also say it's something that I'm going to try to fortify through the year. I would say also, in terms of day 22, the day in review, basically looking back on your day is something that I had learned, but something I haven't fully appreciated just because of the way the end of my days run. Whereas I find that in the morning I begin with a lot of energy, and in the end of my day I still have a lot of energy. In the next 14 days, I want to say that I have slowly tuned down my day to ensure that I have the best energy until the next day, which I always seem to have, or maybe that's just youth. And so I would like to say I will meditate on my day and see what has worked and what has not worked. Though I say it, but I think maybe unconsciously I am doing it already. Because I would say that today I took the chance to look in my journal and really, really plan for my work and plan for my artwork also. So plan for things that are not what I'm employed for. And that is a big, big move in the right direction. And so that is all in the spirit of having my day in review. The truths about money. I have meditated to find peace. I have meditated for internal and external goals. And so to Seneca, I say thank you. Regarding pushing for deep understanding, I have taken the time to be more reflective, to seek deep understanding behind the sentences, behind the words, whether it's spoken or written, or whether it's acted, or whether it's art. And that has moved me to day 25 when I look for having the main prize, which is more time, which is more freedom, which happens through better prioritization. The power of a mantra. This does not move me. I have seen a lot of things on my social media more recently. Maybe it deals with the fact that there are less moderators, and so they're seemingly more challenging and difficult things on my social media page. But looking at Marcus Aurelius and having my mantra that I make the best perfect decisions for myself, and I know what moves me and what I can push away, it's giving me that confidence into my everyday. The 3 areas of training. This is by Epictetus. Desire, and that means the decisions and the will to do things. the action that is actually completing them, executing them, and then lastly, conclusions and judgment from after doing the last two things. I want to complete and continue the 3 areas of my training until the end of this month and until February and the new chapter. And the last day of my 4 weeks movement of my mental transformation was titled Watching the Wise. And I have read this around 3 times today because it says, look at your role models, look at your heroes, look at the wise, look at what they do, look at what they do not do, and learn from them. And that was by Marcus Aurelius. And so I'm looking forward to day 29 to day 31, which is all still in the chapter clarity. Maybe I will make a January clarity transformation and pick out pertinent points throughout the whole 31 days as I move into February 1st. But if you enjoy that and enjoy the way my mentality, my philosophy, my outlook in life is improving through philosophy, comment and like and subscribe. And if you have your own transformation, comment, like, and subscribe. As I'm working in my mental space and my conscious space, I'm also working in my physical space. So January, February, March, after the first 3 months of the year, I will show how my physical body had been and how my physical body will be. One love, and see you later.